In the studio today, we have with us the BDO of Mautadarshan CNRD block, Mr. Walden Renferd Massar. Sir, welcome to our studio. So today we are going to talk about this Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajeevika Mission Gramin Act, or what we like to call as the GRAMG Bill. GRAMG Act 2025, a bill that was passed by the Parliament recently and also received the assent of the President. So, sir, the intention of having you here is to give us some pointers and share with us the objective of this act and how it will benefit the public. So, first of all, sir, can you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Thank you so much, Ivan. My name is Walden Renferd Massar. I belong to the MCS batch of 2021, and presently I am the Block Development Officer of Mautadarshan CNRD block in Eastern West Kasils district.
Okay. So we know that this Viksit Bharat GRAMG Act replaces the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, or the Narega 2005. So can you tell us why was there a need to rectify the old scheme?
Thank you so much. You see, the MGN REGA Act was enacted way back in 2005. So it's been more than 20 years. And there has been a change in the rural landscape since then. Poverty levels in the nation as a whole, as per the statistics, has come down, and also you can say the aspirations of the rural people and the rural folk has changed over the years, and that is one of the reason. And also with regards to the MGN REGA Act, or the MGN REGS scheme, there were some you can say systemic weaknesses with the act. So as per the government, a report study was carried out, you can say, or inquiries were carried out over the years. And this is not to say that steps had not been taken to improve MGN REGA over the years, but despite all the steps which had been taken to strengthen the systems, still there were serious irregularities in implementation. Some districts in the country where studies and inquiries were carried out reveal non-existent works on the ground, but expenditure had already been incurred, and there were also procedural violations and misuse of funds, which resulted in the freezing of the program in some of the states. And there were also widespread monitoring gaps in all across the states. Like for example, for some works which were labor intensive, machines were used. As per the MGN RG Act, for example, for any earthwork, it mandated that only you can say rural laborers, means they are allowed to do it, but then in some cases they use JCBs and machineries. And also there is the national mobile monitoring system, which monitors the attendance of workers on the ground. So in some cases this system is bypassed, and which results in ghost workers. And also means as per the findings of the ministry. In the year 2024-25, there was a misappropriation which amounted to 193.67 crore in the country. So these are some of the points which necessitated the change from MGA and RGA Act to the new Act.
So we understand that these are some of the negative and the problematic provisions of the old scheme, and which is why we needed a new one to fix these lapses. Apart from the different positive aspects that you just mentioned just now, like the different lapses that the government intend to fix or address, what are the other positive aspects of this new version of the scheme?
Okay. First and foremost, this new act, it guarantees for each individual who resides in the rural area 125 days of wage employment. The earlier act, it mandated 100 days of wage employment, and which is guaranteed. So that is one of the positive points of this new act. Secondly, also in this new act, the act has mandated that for 60 days in a financial year, the each and every state government will have to notify this sowing and harvesting period. So during such a period, there will be no works to be taken up from this act. So in the previous MGN REGA Act, there was no such provision. So for example, in the field, we used to experience that during the monsoon season and even during the month of November, December, no works used to be taken up or used to progress in the field due to the sowing and harvesting time. But in this act, it has mandated that the state will have to notify these periods. So in this way, there is a you can say means a well defined convergence between agriculture field and the rural employment field.
So we understand that the Ministry of Rural Development had highlighted that this marks a significant milestone in the transformation of rural employment policy, and it added that the Act seeks to enhance empowerment, inclusive growth, and convergence, like you mentioned, convergence of development initiatives and saturation-based delivery. So can you tell us a little bit about how this scheme, this new scheme, is going to benefit the rural economy?
Okay. You see, as per this act, there are four verticals or four pillars through which the rural economy can be enhanced. And first and foremost, we have the water security. So through this point, there will be focus on water projects, which is building on the Mission Amrit Sarovar, which is still ongoing, in which 68,000 plus water bodies have been revived to support farming and to recharge ground water. And the second part vertical is that yes, there is more emphasis on strengthening the core rural infrastructure, like better roads, connectivity, and basic services to boost the rural economy. And thirdly, there will be more emphasis on livelihood infrastructure. For example, there will be provision to build storage areas or godowns and markets in the rural villages, and which will add to the assets of the rural economy, and which will help to uplift the rural folk in the villages, and it will give them more opportunity for employment and to better enhance their livelihood activities. And also the fourth vertical is climate resilience. So nowadays there is lot of focus on climate change adaptation. So with this act, this will help the rural economy also to adapt to climate changes. So there will be provision for works like water harvesting, flood control, and soil conservation. So this is not to say that in the earlier act there was no provision for such works, but then this has become more highlighted and more pronounced with this new act. And this new act also, how will it benefit the farmers? It will give them improved labor availability, and it will also strengthen the agricultural infrastructure in the villages. And also for the you can say laborers, there is opportunity for higher income, since the act mandates 125 days of employment. And also there will be predictable work availability, since each and every village will have to come up with plans, village plans for the whole year. And also payments will also be digital, and there will be, and for each and every days that the government or the state cannot provide employment, there is a provision to that mandates that the state has to give out unemployment allowance. So these are some of the benefits that the people can get from this scheme.
So we understand that this new version will help create assets for beneficiaries in their villages. And you had also mentioned about that payment has to be made digitally. You also said something about how this scheme is going to be implemented. So can you tell us a little bit about how involved will the local bodies be? Because we know now that there will be a convergence between the central and the state.
So as far as this act is concerned, it has mandated that this will be you can say bottom-up approach, wherein the plans for the villages will have to be made by the village committee. So in our state, each and every village has a village employment council, which looks after the rural employment guarantee programs. So each and every VEC will have to come up with a plan for the entire financial year, and from there this will come to the block, and the block will further vet it, and it will go to district and ultimately the state. And once the approval is given, so the works can be carried out. So this will involve means right from the grassroots till the top.
So I understand that your clarification has benefited. I hope that it has benefited our listeners who are tuning into our program right now. And we all know that this bill seeks to establish a rural development framework aligned with the national vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. So with that, listeners, we have come to the end of this program, and I once again would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Walden Renferd Massar, MCS, who is BDO of Mauthat Dashan CNRD block.